Welcome to Cloudhill. Today we are talking Canon C70 again, specifically audio and the audio functions of the camera itself. But first, roll that intro. So like I said, today we are talking Canon C70 audio. Why? Because there's a few little quirky things about it which I think you might want to know about. So firstly, what does it record? So looking at the side of the camera, this is where the inputs are. We have got two mini XLR inputs, which isn't a drastic problem. You can get the adapter cables from Amazon from about £5 to £10. To take you from XLR big to XLR mini, and you've also got a 3.5 jack on there as well. The camera also has some internal microphones built in on the front as well, so you effectively have two XLR inputs, a jack and internal microphones. So like it says, it records 4 channels of audio. Well, sort of. Let me explain. So to record 4 channels, you have to have the camera in its XF AVC. That way it will give you 4 channels, 48 megahertz, 24-bit. If you want to record at MP4, you'll only get 2 channels at 12-bit, but still 48 megahertz. Now, why do I say sort of 4 channels? Well, although you can set channels 1 and 2 to be inputs 1 and 2, Channels 3 and 4 are what's called a stereo input. So it will put the left onto channel 3 and the right onto channel 4. So it's not technically a completely separate set of audio. It's a stereo set of audio. So it's effectively really 3 channels, not 4. You can go into the menus and play around with a lot of the settings, which we're going to take you through now. So if we come into the menus and come over to audio, you'll see it on menu 1, it gives you audio input selection. Here is where you pick what you want to go to what channel. So if we come into here, you can see we've got the choices of channel 1 and 2, channel 3 and 4. By going into there, you can set through the input terminals, being the XLR terminals, the mic terminal being 3.5 jack, or the built-in mics, which, like I said, are on the front of the camera. So you can pick, that's it. That's your 3 choices you get for audios 1 and 2. If you pick the 3.5 jack or the internal mics, it will change them into a stereo track. So left-hand side going to 1, right-hand side going to 2. Whereas if you're on the input terminals, you can have them as separate audio. And again, if we come down to channels 3 and 4, you get the same choices again. So if we come back out to the menu, we then get a choice for channel 2 input. Now what you can do with this is you can send the channel 1 to channel 2. What this effectively gives you, if you've got a XLR mic plugged in, it will give you 2 recordings from that mic. Now why might this be useful? Well, what it means is you can set your second channel to a slightly lower level. Therefore, if there is some unwanted noise or some sudden loud noise, this channel being set slightly lower might not peak out, whereas the main channel 1 may. You can also separate or link the channel. What that means is when controlling channel 1, it will adjust channel 2 at the same time. So like I said, you can have it separated or linked. So we come over to menu 2. Here it gives you the controls for channels 3 and 4. Now if we look at the back of the camera, you'll see here you can control the inputs 1 and 2 here, either by setting them to manual or to automatic. If they're in manual, you can use the little finger or thumb wheels to manually adjust the audio up and down. There's also a status button. By clicking that, it will bring you up the status of all the audio tracks, what's been recorded to them and what levels they're at. But like we said, for channels 3 and 4, that's controlled in the menus. Some of the other functions that the camera comes with, it also gives you a low cut filter which you can turn off or turn on and off. That will cut out low level background sounds. It gives you the choice of low cut 1 and low cut 2. Low cut 1's a bit more for interviewing and low cut 2 is a bit more for general recording. It also gives you the options here to adjust the sensitivity of the microphones, and there's also a limiter on it as well, so you can actually limit how far the microphone will go up, like for instance when it's in auto modes. One of the other audio things this camera does now as well is it will record sound when it's shooting in its high frame rate. But I'm not going to go into that right now because we've got a whole video on that, and I'll drop a link in the description. You can go and check that bit out, and it tells you all about how to record the audio during high frame rates. So in a wrap up then, what the camera can do, you can stick in 2 XLR microphones and a 3.5 jack microphone, and it will give you 3 complete separate audios there. One on channel 1, XLR on channel 1, XLR on channel 2, and then a stereo 3 and 4 track from your 3.5 jack mic, or if you want to use the internal mics. So sort of giving you 4 channels, but not really. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it's been a bit useful to you. If it has, please give it a thumbs up. Drop us a comment if you have a question. Hey, you may have even found out that you can split the audio and I just haven't been doing it right. And if you do, that would be great too. We'd love to know about it. And please subscribe for more content from us. Stop! One quick update for you, because we did get one tiny little bit wrong, is that you can actually record 4-channel in the MP4 format. It's just not in the audio menu, it is in the recording menu. And if we go pop in quickly, we'll show you where it is. So if you come into menu, over to recording, on menu 1, you'll see at the bottom it has main audio format. Now it gives you this option when you're in MP4 mode from the main recording format. And if we go in there, we'll see we have AAC 16-bit 2-channel and LPCM 16-bit 4-channel. Now it defaults on the 2-channel, so it's why we slightly missed it at the first time round, but you can go in and change this over. Again, it's not quite as good quality as the XF AVC, which will record in 24-bit. So if you want your better quality audio, make sure you obviously switch that over in your recording format. So we just thought we'd give you that little quick update to show you how you can record that 4-channel if you want to. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in our next video. Again,